11?
Yep.
11 to 12, and then 6 to 8.
Colleen's coming up next. Have a wonderful evening, everyone.
Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye.
Everyone.
Good night.
Hi, everybody. How are you doing? Good to have you with us on a Saturday night. Andrew Lessman is in the house, and we have 2 big hours. This April visit, believe it or not, is Andrew's last visit until July. So what Andrew Lessman has done for us. Hi, Andrew.
I get 3 months of complete vacation.
Right.
Just kidding.
You'll be on. Right. You'll be doing Mai Tais on the beach.
Yeah, I wish not. No, I'll be running on the beach, or no. What I'll be doing is that's when I spend my time developing new products. That's my favorite thing to do, is develop new products. And this evening at midnight, we just thought we'd give you a little sneak peek.
Great.
This evening at midnight, we'll be here with our Ultimate Eye Today special. It's bundled for those of you who choose to do so. It's the most common product people will bundle with their Ultimate Eye is the astaxanthin. But Ultimate Eye is a product, and the science I'll be talking about this evening is fantastic. That it's like so many of my products. I introduced Ultimate Eye 20 years ago, talking about the long-term benefits to your vision, protecting your eyes from age-related changes, things like that. Then the next thing you know, we get to talk about how it improves the quality of your vision here and now, quality of night vision. And now we could talk about how the ingredients in Ultimate Eye actually are essential components to protect the brain in terms of age-related changes to the brain. So we'll talk about all that at midnight, but best pricing ever on the product. The most expensive ingredients that are present in any of my formulas, the 3 top, lutein, zeaxanthin, astaxanthin, all of these cost thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars a kilogram, which is 2.2 pounds. So very expensive ingredients, but the best eye formula available anywhere.
There we go. And we only do it one time a year as a today's special. If you have a minute, the reviews are phenomenal on Ultimate Eye Support. There's over 1,200 perfect 5-star reviews. But we have lots of choices for you, which I love. So you can choose the size you want. If you just want Ultimate Eye, you can start ordering that now. Or if you'd like to bundle it with astaxanthin, that's something that also Andrew does just once a year. And the astaxanthin, you'll learn more about it from Andrew, but it is an incredible product and ingredient. It partners perfectly with Ultimate Eye. Beyond that is one of the most powerful antioxidant carotenoids. It helps to protect your cells and your cell membranes. You're going to learn more about it, but it's an incredible product. So I love that they're bundled together for us tonight. Huge savings on it. So we'll give you a full presentation coming up at midnight, but you're welcome to get a head start if you'd like to, because that's when we all wait. We wait all year for the one day when Andrew puts this at the best value of the year.
Once a year. We really only feature it one time, principally per year, and it's going to be tonight. But what I wanted to start with was nighttime. I read an interesting article the other day, which was fascinating on a couple of levels. First of all, where it said even one evening of bad sleep, an evening of sleep deprivation or insomnia, has consequences to our brain. And it was looking at brain scans, and you could actually see changes to the brain as a result of even one evening of bad sleep. But then, as much as that might seem surprising scientifically, it's experientially, it's probably not surprising, because when we don't get a good night's sleep, we know we don't process information as well. Our memory doesn't work as well. We don't construct our thoughts, especially complex thoughts, as well. And then even the study was speaking about certain changes in things like amyloid plaque and things like that, because amyloid plaque has a relationship with things like Alzheimer's and age-related changes in the brain. And what they were talking about, that it's critically important for a healthy aging brain that we sleep well. So as I've talked about so many times, sleep hygiene. You could go online and look up sleep hygiene. Sleep hygiene is something we do in our home to sleep well, making sure that there aren't any lights in the room. We shouldn't have the TV on while we're sleeping or going to sleep. We shouldn't have lights on. The room should be as dark as possible. A cooler space is a much more it's a space that really allows your body to go through the physiologic changes when it's cooler to sleep well. Caffeine late in the day, not a great idea. Trying to listen to your body, understanding the kinds of foods that support good sleep at night versus those that don't. Those are all the things we can do, because unfortunately consuming drugs and relying on drugs to sleep is not ideal. The product we're talking about now is just a product that's a natural tool to relax you. It's not a sleeping pill. It's not something that's going to knock you out. What it's designed and intended to do is to return to you the capacity to naturally go to sleep. And that's what we all seek. We have it when we're children in most cases. We tend to lose it as we get older because of changes physiologically physiologically, changes in our hormones, our endocrine system, and just changes in a life that's a bit too stimulating and complex.
And it's wonderful that it's a natural product that will help you fall asleep in a gentle, most wonderful way. I love this product. I keep this in my nightstand, in my top drawer, and nights like tonight, I'll be taking this because I work late. I will get home late or early in the morning. So in order for me to fall asleep within 30 minutes, I need my nighttime. So when I work late, I need my nighttime for sure. And within about 20 minutes for me, I am just sleeping sound like a baby. 60, 180, 360 cap size here. We have great value pricing on this for the visit, and you can see over here the savings. So decide if you already take it and love it, this is the perfect time to stock up. Everything is free shipping and handling. You have flex pays available on the larger sizes. The key to this is that you're not taking a drug. You're not taking a sleeping pill. There is no hangover in the morning. There's no weird side effects to this. It is natural, and that's the beauty of it. And that's why I love taking it. I do not take it every night. I only take it when I'm wide awake and it's late and I need a good night's sleep. If you have trouble falling asleep, you should really give this a try. If you have a partner that has trouble falling asleep, because here's the problem, I think a lot of us have experienced this, if your partner's having trouble sleeping, you're having trouble sleeping. If they're tossing and turning over there, that keeps us awake, right? So this is a really wonderful thing to have on hand so that everybody can experience falling asleep in a kind, gentle, natural way.
For me, it's when I travel.
Yeah.
And Muriel's family's in France. We go to France a few times a year. That's from the West Coast, that's a 9-hour time difference. That turns your world upside down.
Right.
So it's something that, for me, that's when it becomes essential, and that's when it makes a huge difference. And certainly, all of us have our challenges with our sleep. Some of us work crazy schedules that are like 9 hours of jet lag. So we all have our challenges when it might come to our sleep. But when it comes to that time, we just need something that relaxes us, that quiets our mind, and we have to do everything we can, as I said before, about sleep hygiene, to create an environment that is supportive and promotes that good night's sleep. I was just going to read a couple of charts here, a couple of scientific quotes that kind of underscore the importance of a good night's sleep. This is from Sleep Medicine Reviews. The need for adequate quality and quantity of sleep is a biological drive similar to hunger and thirst that must be met in order for people to function appropriately in daily life. It is really a critical part of how our brain repairs itself every day. From the Journal of Cognitive Neuroscience, it is well established that sleep deprivation impairs brain functions, including vigilance, working, short-term and long-term memory, executive function, math processing, cognitive speed, and spatial orientation. In fact, sleep deprivation is one of the classic methods if you want to torture someone.
Right.
That sleep deprivation is sort of first on the list of going about it.
Right.
The Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism. Aging alters the regulation of sleep in many individuals, virtually everyone. Aging changes how we sleep. About 30% of people over age 50 years of age exhibit insomnia characterized by decreased total nocturnal sleep time, frequent nocturnal awakenings with difficulty falling back asleep, and early morning awakening. These alterations are associated with increased daytime sleepiness, attention or memory deficits, and changes in mood. Just a couple of reviews. Changed my life. This product is amazing. I can finally wake up feeling refreshed, mentally clear, and have more energy. Thank you, Andrew. Note, the product does have a very strong, strange odor. That's the botanicals.
Is that funny? I've never noticed that.
If you open the capsule, you will notice the odor, or even if you put your nose in the bottle, you can notice the odor a little bit.
Yeah, isn't that funny? I honestly...
But it just shows you, I don't read the reviews in advance.
I guess it does smell a little bit like a botanical, but it's not like it's not like rotten eggs or anything like that. It's not a strange, bad odor.
The principal source of that odor is the valerian extract, and our valerian extract is standardized for valerianic acids, and they have an interesting odor, but it's not a bad odor. You're not going to smell from that, but that's what happens when you use natural materials. You have natural odors.
There we go.
Last one. Sleep at last. I've been searching for something that would help me sleep longer than 3 hours a night. I was skeptical at first, but nighttime turned out to be a real blessing. Not only do I get a thorough night's sleep, I also don't feel sluggish or tired when I wake up. This is the best product on the market. My aunt agrees as well.
I love it. All right, 087551. Choose the size you'd like. Take advantage of the free shipping. Everything's free shipping. Everything's on FlexPay. We have a very busy first hour planned for you. We call this a variety hour, and this is definitely a variety show. You know what? I have to tell you, the shoes, these are not my shoes.
Right.
These are from the model's room because I forgot my own shoes at home. So I'm having trouble.
I often forget my shoes.
I'm having trouble
How do you
walking
leave home without your
in these shoes. So that's why I'm going to be a little pokey tonight because my shoes. Steven saw me. I was walking down the hall and my shoe flew off my foot.
Did you just leave home barefoot or something?
Well, no, but I had on my big bear paw boots because it's freezing in here. So that's why I didn't want to wear those with my skirt. I thought that's just not going to be cute.
I'm not wearing my bear paw boots tonight. I left those at home.
Okay, if worst case scenario, I'm going to be going barefoot out here. Okay,
yes.
so we'll just
as
stay
opposed to
tuned for that.
bare paws, barefoot.
There you go. All right, let's move along here. Up next. Okay, this is fun. We talked about this briefly last weekend because the vitamin D3 is one that is an essential vitamin. Andrew has talked about this over the years, that it's one of the most important vitamins to supplement, period, right?
Not one of. I probably put it at the top of the list right there with, oddly enough, with something that most people haven't heard of, vitamin K2. I think vitamin K2 and vitamin D are the two most important vitamins, more important than vitamin C and vitamin E, both of which are extremely important. But vitamin D is something, we don't feature it on its own. I don't think we featured vitamin D on its own for probably a year or two because we have been giving bonus vitamin D in our Essential 1 and bonus vitamin D in our CoQ. But I've been requested for those of you who want to buy separate vitamin D just to supplement what you might get in Essential 1 or CoQ or just want to get vitamin D on its own. Our vitamin D is incredibly affordable, less than a dime a capsule in the large sizes, and you choose the potency. It's the same price, whether you want 1,000 or 2,000. But as I've said for the better part of 30 plus years, and finally, the physicians in the medical community have caught up, I've said that everyone should know their vitamin D level. Just as we know our cholesterol level, just as we might know our blood sugar level, we should know our vitamin D level because our vitamin D level is something that we should move through life with it in a healthy range. Because if you read the science and research and clinical studies and epidemiology, those in the population who move through life with healthy vitamin D levels have wonderful health benefits associated with it. Those who do not, just the opposite applies. So you want to have healthy vitamin D levels. You want to know what your vitamin D levels are. The typical person needs to take at least 1,000 IU a day. Generally, it's going to be 3,000 to 5,000 IU, and if you're overweight, it will have to be a little bit more.
There you go. I want to show you what the choices are, and as Andrew just pointed out, it's the same price whether you want 1,000 IU or 2,000 IU. So it's a 60, a 180, a 360, or a 720 cap. Nice big 720 size here if you really want to stock up on this. Here's where the pricing will be going. Isn't it wonderful how affordable this is? For $69.90, you are getting 720 capsules, which is fantastic.
Less than a dime a capsule, and here I could show everyone. It's a teeny tiny capsule. It's a little capsule. I mean, if you're just going to swallow one teeny tiny capsule a day, this would have to be at the top of someone's list.
Absolutely.
I mean, some people are going to say it should be CoQ10, but certainly vitamin D, I wouldn't be saying, and doctors wouldn't be saying, they wouldn't be testing your vitamin D levels to know what that level is if it wasn't critically important to so many functions in our body. And again, we all want to be a member of a certain class, and the member of that class is those of us moving through life with healthy vitamin D levels. And it's something that's achieved simply by taking certainly more than 1,000 IU daily. I recommend I take about 4,000 IU daily, but certainly 1,000, 2,000 is a great place to start. It will start getting your levels into the proper range. Unfortunately, if you look at the general population in America or in Western countries, and you look at individuals not supplementing vitamin D, you're going to find that roughly all of them, 80, 90, 100% of them are vitamin D deficient or insufficient. And the reason why is there is no real food source of vitamin D, and sun exposure is no longer an adequate stimulus for synthesizing the vitamin D we require.
Did you say that I mean, most Americans, if you're not supplementing vitamin D, are vitamin D deficient. Didn't you say it's not even an epidemic, it's a pandemic?
It's referred to as a pandemic. And you could read study after study after study. And I've always said when I talk about vitamin D, it's a public service announcement. And even at 2,000 IU a day, that large bottle, you get the large bottle, 2,000 IU, that's about 2 years of vitamin D for less than a dime a day. And even if you just took 2,000 IU every other day, that's going to average to 1,000 a day. That's 4 years of vitamin D, and you're getting that basic level of 1,000 IU. I've always had a minimum of 1,000 IU in all my multivitamins since I started my company 39 years ago. And that's something that I caught a lot of flack for back in the day, saying that's too much, it's toxic. Now, of course, countries all over the world have changed their basic level to 1,000 or 2,000 IU daily as their basic level. In our country, we lag behind a little bit, but unfortunately, most of us are moving through life, if we're not supplementing vitamin D, with insufficient or absolutely deficient levels. I have review charts here. I could find probably a couple of hundred here that talk about going to the doctor, and instead of seeing healthy levels of 50 or 60 or 70, they were having levels of 7 or 8 or 15 or 20, which is the typical vitamin D level you'll find in America if you're not supplementing.
And you know, it's interesting, if you have a minute, go read some of those reviews, because on hsn.com, there's approximately 1,900 reviews. Of that, almost 1,700 are perfect 5-star. So out of 1,900 approximately, 1,700 are perfect 5-star. You add the 4 stars in, you have close to 1,900 of the 1,964 reviews are perfect. Your average on this is a 4.8 out of a perfect 5-star review.
It's well over 95% positive reviews.
Yep.
And it's a product that there could be, it's in my mind the perfect vitamin D product. It's a tiny, teeny, tiny capsule. You could always open the capsule and empty that quantity of powder onto foods or things like that. It would be fine in a smoothie or juice or oatmeal, whatever you would like. But you're not going to find a vitamin that delivers more wide-ranging benefits, because vitamin D functions as more than just a coenzyme function that a typical vitamin, the role a typical vitamin plays in our body. It actually plays a role more as a pro-hormone, and it affects our nervous system. If you look at our brain, which we'll be talking about when we talk about Ultimate Eye, the highest concentration of vitamin D receptors are found in the highest functioning areas of the brain, which is fascinating that even vitamin D is viewed as something that's critically important for thinking, for mood, for having a balanced mood. It's obviously critically important for calcium absorption. There's such wide-ranging benefits to vitamin D, yet if you look at most Americans, we're deficient or insufficient unless we're supplementing. And again, it's one of those vitamins. Tonight when we talk about Ultimate Eye, I could talk about eating spinach and kale and green leafy vegetables to get your lutein or zeaxanthin. When it comes to vitamin D, it's either a supplement or a fortified food. There isn't a natural source, an adequate source of vitamin D. In fact,
except the sun.
Well, the sun isn't a source. We're staying out of the sun. As we get older, our skin doesn't synthesize vitamin D well from the sun anyhow.
Right.
So we're not running around, you know, partially clad out in the sun. So but that's why you just look at the research, and there's studies that will say 100% of those tested were deficient or insufficient vitamin D.
Wow.
It's a scary situation, but it is the most affordable and the simplest vitamin to take.
All right, I know we have to wrap it up. We have all the sizes for you. If you need to really stock it, get the big size. I'm reminding you, pick 1,000 or 2,000 IU. The price is the same, so it's really dependent on how much you'd like to take each day, or if you're already getting some vitamin D and some of your other vitamins. So there you have it. We're gonna scoot on over here though, because we do have, as I mentioned to you, a very busy first hour. And of course at midnight Eastern Time, which is in 40 minutes, we're launching our Ultimate Eye. The Ultimate Eye is a Today Special only once a year. It is a remarkable product. It's one of Andrew's best-selling products, and tonight we're going to be offering it at the best value. On top of that, it will be bundled. If you'd like to get it bundled with astaxanthin, that will be an option, and you're going to be learning more about that at midnight. Well, up next, we're going to move along and talk about Fibromucil. This is another one of those crazy products that once you discover it, this is seriously a life-changing product, which might sound like a ridiculous thing to say. but it is the absolute truth. Go read the reviews. People are in love with this fiber product. And it's not often, you know, people rave about a fiber product. This one is incredible. Let me show you what the offer is, because it's super affordable for what you get. If you get the largest one, for example, that's 1,000 capsules. So that's going to be a really nice supply. You can do 60, 180, 360, 720, or 1,000. 1,000 capsules for $89.90. Here's your savings over here. We have FlexPay on the larger bundles, and everything is being offered with free shipping and handling. We do have just a few in each of the choices, but this is another one that if you have a minute to go read the reviews, people absolutely love it. Anybody who is not regular, if you're not regular, if you have a family member who's not regular, this is something you absolutely must try, right? I mean, it's a must-have for most of us. Once you start taking it, you would not be without it.
No, it's to think that a fiber product would have, you know, 40, 50% positive reviews. That would be a pretty impressive fiber product, because fiber's not the most pleasant thing to take. In fact, most fiber products are extremely unpleasant to take. True. You just have to take them. But our fiber product, over 90% positive reviews. It's a product that none of the typical problems with fiber. First of all, because it's in a capsule, you don't have to deal with all the taste issues. Plus, it doesn't have any kind of artificial components added to it. It's just 100% pure fiber with a little bit of probiotic added to it as well. You get lactobacillus sporogenes added to it as well. So this is a product that's mild, that's gentle, and in terms of regularity, you're not going to find anything more affordable, more mild, more gentle, won't cause gas. It's a product that truly is remarkable. As I've often said, when we travel, Muriel and I always have our vitamin bag. If we forget something, we'll be disappointed, but we're not going to urgently try to get our hands on it. If we forget fiber mucil, we urgently get our hands on it. And I'm someone who, I eat a fiber-rich diet, but nevertheless, the benefits of fiber are, as you said, they're kind of life-changing, or at least they're certainly so enjoyable, you don't want to be without them. So if you're someone who's struggled with fiber before, if you struggle with regularity, then the key to regularity in our digestive system is making sure that we have adequate amounts of fiber in our diet and that we're adequately hydrated. Those two together are the basic tools that our body employs in order to keep us regular, to stay regular.
That's it. And the best part about it, as Andrew said, it's one little capsule. These are easy to swallow. They do not upset your stomach like all of Andrew's vitamins. There's no added calories to this. If you've ever had a fiber drink, those weird grainy drinks that are just not pleasant.
Plus, the fiber drinks where they're clear.
Right.
You know, real fiber isn't clear. That's a synthetic processed fiber. Usually they're things like hydroxypropylmethylcellulose. They're HPMC or they're maltodextrin or things like that. They're more akin to sugar than they are to fiber. But also when you look at those fiber wafers and things, they're these big clunky chunks of fiber. Right. What you'll see ours is the reason why it's so easy, and this is going to happen quickly. It's like dust coming out of that capsule. Hard to see it in the air. It's such fine particles, but you see it on the counter. But it feels like the finest sawdust imaginable. And that's how it goes to work quickly and goes to work in a mild fashion, because it's not requiring that your body digest it or that you chew something gritty and nasty. It goes immediately to work. It's mild, it's gentle. The particles are so fine that they could absorb even more moisture. And it's that moisture absorbing properties that allows it to go through you, as they say, sort of as like a broom and a sponge, gently cleaning and taking everything with it.
That's it. So moms out there, if you have daughters that have, you know, one of my nieces, until I told her about this, would literally go once a week.
I'm not allowed to talk about my niece. I did once before.
A week.
And I can't.
I know, I'm not naming names. I have lots of nieces. But when I found that, I'm like, okay, we're going to fix that. Well, because if you don't, you know, if you're not regular, it's just the most unpleasant thing in the world.
Plus, and I was just talking to a friend of mine about this morning, that beyond the aspect of regularity and being comfortable and uncomfortable, and if you're not regular, it could be horribly, horribly uncomfortable. It could be highly disruptive to a normal, healthy, active life. But beyond that, when our excrement is spending additional, for lack of a better word, is spending additional time in us, moving through us, and our body is not getting rid of it in a timely fashion, those are toxic materials. As I often say, eating is the most toxic thing we do. Even if we eat healthy, we're giving our body all this external strange material saying, do what you can with it, get what you need from it, and get rid of it before it's a problem. So we don't want things lingering in our body after we've done our digestive work, because there are byproducts of digestion that are not necessarily healthy for the tissues of our colon and our digestive system. Fiber tends to be health promoting in that it tends to deactivate some of those problematic compounds. Also, it gets them through us more quickly.
I love it. I know we have to wrap it up. Pick the size you'd like. Take advantage of the big savings, the extra flex pay, and that free shipping and handling. But we're going to keep moving because it is a variety hour. We have more to come. In fact, coming up next, we're going to scoot along here. Well, I'm not scooting very fast, but we're coming along. We're going to talk about, I need to restock my circulation and vein support. It's so funny when you're here. Seriously, my husband gives me a list. I get a little list of things that he's low on, and then I make my own list. We all do this, because when Andrew visits...
just email me.
Huh?
You can just email me. I'll be more responsive.
He probably would do that, exactly. But the truth is, we wait for your visits because you get special pricing. Everything is free shipping. Everything is on extra flex pay. So I think that's what happens. I mean, you sell vitamins all year round, even when you're not here. But a lot of us, we kind of know that when you are visiting us, this is the time to be stocking up on our favorite products.
But that's how it works. We manufacture everything. So we know during a visit, when we put something on weekend special pricing, that enables us to manufacture large amounts more efficiently, buy the raw materials more efficiently, and particularly, the Today's Special is the perfect example of that. That's the annual savings where we're able to make a single product the most efficiently that we make that product all year long. And with circulation and vein support, we do a Today's Special once a year on this product, but we won't be doing that Today's Special until the beginning of next year.
Exactly.
So we're at least 9+ months away from the next Today's Special on this product.
And because I didn't stock up, right? Because we share, my husband and I share these products, so we oftentimes run out before the end of the year. If that happens to you, this is a perfect time to stock up because it's the next best value to a Today's Special offer. And I'm telling you, this product is amazing. We have a 30, a 60, a 180, or a 360 cap size. Here is the regular HSN pricing. Here's our special pricing for today. Here is the savings. And the beauty of this product in a nutshell, and again, if you have a minute to read reviews, there are 2,600 reviews. Of that, close to 2,200 are perfect 5-star reviews. 90% of the reviews are excellent on this product. It is a feel the difference, notice the difference product when you take it. It's one that if you have, if you don't have great circulation in your legs, because of how your legs feel, because of how your legs look. So your legs, your ankles, your calves, this supports the health of the veins and the capillaries in your legs. If you sit a lot, if you stand a lot, this is a dream product for you. It makes such a huge difference. And when you hear the thousands of people talking about the difference it made in their life, and the quality of people's lives are improving because they discover a product like this, it is that remarkable. And it truly is one that if you aren't taking it yet, you must try it. And if you are taking it, you need to restock. This is a good day to do that.
Yeah, this is the key ingredient in this product was an ingredient that was shown to me about 21, 22 years ago. It was a key ingredient actually in pharmaceutical preparations in Europe. Even though it's a natural ingredient, it was a key ingredient in these pharmaceutical preparations for circulatory health in Europe. Because it was a natural ingredient and we don't make drugs and we're not offering something for its drug benefits or effects, we looked into bringing this natural material into the US and had to go through the entire process of bringing it here. It really hasn't, there's a few folks who have copied our product, but it really hasn't caught on here, which is sort of disappointing because it is such an unbelievably effective ingredient. We've since increased its potency and added other ingredients, and we deliver it at levels that's designed and intended to be used every single day. It's a natural ingredient. The differences it makes are profound in something that we all experience. Probably the most challenged venous or vein circulation in our bodies in our lower extremities for a number of reasons. And it's something that it's hard to imagine anyone that at some time can't wait to elevate their legs, to take gravity out of play, because those blood vessels, they can become uncomfortable, they become enlarged, our feet swell, our ankles swell, our calves swell. It's a natural part of the human condition. It's a natural part of us standing upright. So I guess if we crawled around on all fours, it wouldn't be a problem any longer, but we don't do that any longer. So this is something that is essential to really meeting the way we live today. We stand too much, we sit too much, and unfortunately, the aging process, and no matter how well we live, no matter how well we eat, the aging process takes its toll on these tissues. Those tissues will enlarge, the blood vessels will enlarge as we age, and this makes a visible, tangible difference. You should read the reviews. I won't have time to read them here, but probably like our Ultimate Eye that we'll be talking about at midnight, these are the most compelling reviews of seeing a difference, feeling a difference, noticing a difference in any product that I make.
A 30, 60, 180, or 360 choice. If you'd like to order it now, this is the perfect time to do it because this is special pricing for this visit.
Down to our last quantity, too.
That's it. We are. There's a few left in each of these sizes, so if you'd like to try it or restock it, this is the perfect time to do it. My mom takes this. My mom, when she runs out, she always tells me that's when she really notices a difference. So if for those of you that already know that this is a product you will not be without. I can't tell you how many girls, how many ladies who work here at HSN take this product. Men love it too. My husband takes this every single day, as do I. Andrew takes it, and Andrew is one of the most active people I have ever met in my entire life. But even people that are very active like you can still benefit from taking a product like this.
I view it as part of the reason why, even though I keep advancing from decade to decade, and you can do the math, I started my company 39 years ago, so I'm not a spring chicken. But I'm still pretty much just as active as I was when I was in my 20s. And hopefully that's going to continue, but I think merely hoping isn't adequate. I have to also do things that are going to support and promote the kinds of conditions in my body that permit me to remain as active as I try to be. But we will take some time to read a couple of reviews here. I just grabbed a couple.
All right.
And mind you, on this product, we have just incredibly compelling science. This is a product that's supported by multiple clinical studies, clinical research. And the original research I read on this product was all, and you could find it now, in French. And there's now multiple English studies, so it's very well respected, very well reviewed. Circulation vein support. My legs have been swollen all summer and even in the fall, winter, and spring. I decided to try this, and my legs are no longer swollen, and they haven't been since I started taking them. What else can you say but that they work? Thanks, Andrew. I love it. I am a cancer survivor, thank God. The chemo and radiation treatments I had to undergo played havoc with my veins, especially those veins in my lower extremities. My feet would tingle from lack of good blood flow. Well, since I've been taking the circulation vein support for healthy legs capsules, my feet and toes are no longer tingling. The blood flow to my legs and feet has been remarkably improved. Without doubt or hesitation, I recommend these capsules. They do deliver.
Wonderful.
No more leg cramps. I was skeptical about this product, but I thought I'd give it a try. I'm amazed. This is my 3rd week using this product, and by darn, it works. I've had cramps and you name it, twitching my legs for years and years. I'd be okay for a week, and then it would start. And there are hundreds of reviews like this.
Exactly.
It was awful. Let me add that I'm not diabetic, although we get lots of great reviews. This doesn't treat diabetes, but diabetes affects circulation. I do not have a circulatory issue. Since using this product, to my amazement and delight, I've had no muscle cramps. My toes can sting, but that sensation has been reduced big time. I have hammer toes. Ouch. Oh yeah, I'm 80. I initially ordered the 60 capsule size and just reordered the 180 count. We'll do one more. Surprise. I purchased this because I get bad leg and feet cramps in the middle of the night. One of the more common reviews. Not sure why. The doctors say some people just get them. I thought maybe it was because of long hours in the yard working in the extreme heat. I tried sports drinks, etc. with no luck. My doctor told me to eat a tablespoon of mustard every day. I don't like mustard. Thought I'd try these. Wow. Within 1 week, no leg cramps. I've had my feet cramp twice since I've started taking these. Not bad after about 3 weeks of taking this product, considering my feet were cramping every night. I take 2 capsules daily.
Amazing. And that's just a couple of the over 2,000 reviews that are Perfect 5 on hsn.com. So we're going to keep moving because there's more we would love to squeeze in this first hour.
We're doing a little variety hour here.
We definitely are, but please feel free to choose the size you'd like. The free shipping and handling is there for you. And of course, the flex pays are also here, extra flex pays for this visit. Okay, coming up next, as we scoot right along here, we are going to talk about glucosamine and chondroitin. This is another one of those products that is life-changing. You know if you're taking it because this is all about the good health of your joints. This is the most affordable way to get Andrew's glucosamine and chondroitin product. What we have are several choices. We have 4 different sizes for you. We always try to do a try me. So there's a 60 cap size, there's a 120, a 240, and then a nice large 480 cap size. This is huge.
Yeah, this is...
Oh my goodness, look at the value here. Over 100, you're saving more than you're spending as you're choosing that large one. This is fantastic.
And glucosamine and chondroitin, especially when it's done correctly, are very expensive ingredients. So when you get this and it ends up being a bit, I think it's a little under 20 cents per capsule, it's very affordable. Unfortunately, typical glucosamine products, I first introduced glucosamine back in 1979. Long before anyone ever thought of it. Glucosamine and chondroitin really only became popular about 15 years or so ago, and it's grown since then. And unfortunately, what's happened is the ingredient that the clinical science focused on, something called glucosamine sulfate, is not the ingredient you find in typical glucosamine products, which is one of the reasons why one of the more common reviews you see on this product is I took someone else's product and it didn't work, yours did.
I hear that all the time.
Or I ran out of your product, I took someone else's product and it no longer worked. That, unfortunately, most of the glucosamine on the market is something called glucosamine hydrochloride, because when someone includes that in the product, when a manufacturer uses that when they make glucosamine, it reduces the cost by about half. So it looks like a much cheaper product, and it is a much cheaper product, both in terms of price and in terms of quality, because the science isn't benefits in terms of glucosamine hydrochloride. The science is benefits from glucosamine sulfate, and that's exactly what we do with the exact level that the science talks about, balanced with the exact level that the science talks about in terms of chondroitin sulfate as well.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
So that's the key. And that happened to my mother-in-law. She was taking another glucosamine product and she was complaining about her joints. And I told her, I said, Teresa, I would love for you to try this. She said, oh, I tried it, it didn't work. I said, you have to try Andrew's. And lo and behold, it makes such a huge difference. If you have joints bothering you and you know when your joints are unhappy, they let you know about it. So it might be knees, it might be hips, it might be your back, it might, think of all the joints in your body. If your joints are unhappy, this is a way to really help to support the good health of your joints.
For all of us, our joints will talk to us. It's a fact of life.
Absolutely.
And I was just talking to someone about this the other day, that whether you're sedentary or whether you're active, if you're active,
either way,
your joints,
you can't avoid it.
Either way. So it's part of the human experience. It's part of growing older. And all glucosamine and chondroitin are, when delivered in their proper forms, all they are structural building blocks that your body can incorporate into those tissues. And the science has shown that when you deliver these ingredients, it can be incorporated into those tissues. Again, I'll show everyone, because most glucosamine products come in big rock hard tablets.
Right.
Mine, of course, comes in an ultra fine powder. Again, that's how you know it will not upset your stomach. Also, that's how you know it's going to be readily available. So again, a tablet, a rock hard tablet that slowly disintegrates, if at all, that's irritating. But when you have an ultrafine powder like that, it immediately goes into solution, and something can't be absorbed unless it dissolves, unless it goes into solution, as that product is designed to. It's the proper forms, the proper balance at the proper level. Unfortunately, when you look at glucosamine in most supermarkets or discount stores or pharmacies, unfortunately, you're seeing glucosamine not in its proper form, whether chemically or physically, and that interferes with any opportunity or prevents any opportunity from benefiting.
And with about 1,000 reviews, there's 1,083 reviews on hsn.com. If you take the 5-star reviews at about 850 and then add in the 4-star reviews, you have close to 950 out of the 1,000 reviews
95%,
are excellent reviews.
Yep.
So that's the other, and again, this is a notice the difference product when you take it. I've been taking this since I started working with you. I've been taking it for 22 years. I absolutely love it. It makes a remarkable difference. My chiropractor years ago told me I have to take these ingredients for the rest of my life because I had a back injury when I was in high school. I was a springboard diver and I injured my back. So because of that, I have been taking this for a long, long time, and I will continue to, and it really truly makes a world of difference. I have to do other things right too. I mean, I have to take care of my back, but the truth is it really has made such a huge difference. I'm so grateful that these ingredients are available to us.
Yeah, hopefully a product like this doesn't serve as a license to do all the wrong things. That in terms of our back, we want to be cognizant of our core strength, our abdominals. It's something that I never really focused on before, and now, again, as I get older, I'm more cognizant, more aware or conscious of doing things that strengthen my abdominal muscles, strengthen my core, rather than just working on the things that, you know, I love to mountain bike or run or hike, things like that. You need to do other things as well. So again, the key to having healthy joints, it's not just taking supplements, it's also making sure that we do the other physical activities. Again, even if you have things like osteoarthritis or things like that, osteoarthritis is something that, you know, we're all, if we live long enough, we're all going to experience it in certain joints in our bodies. And this is not a cure or treatment or prevention for osteoarthritis, but our joints are speaking to us. And again, if you have osteoarthritis, of course, speak with your doctors, but being active is best for our joints, even if our joints are challenged. So of course, make sure your doctor or your physical therapist are giving you proper clearance, but the best thing we can do is, you know, our body adapts to whatever we ask it to do. And if we ask it to do nothing, it gets really good at doing nothing. And that isn't a good thing.
All right, I know we have to wrap it up, but check out the savings here. If you're ordering that 480 size, you're saving more than you're spending, well over $100 off for this visit. So it's a perfect night to be ordering yours. And we are moving along because coming up next, one of the products that a lot of us are in love with, this has become one of the all-stars in Andrew's line of products, and it's turmeric. If you ever have a minute to go research turmeric on the internet, the health benefits of turmeric, you will be blown away by the research behind this ancient ingredient. If you're going to take turmeric, this is the turmeric you want to be taking for sure, bar none. It is the absolute finest on the market. Remember, every one of Andrew's products is 100% natural. These are all made in America. They're made in Henderson, Nevada. They are made with solar energy. So there is the highest level of integrity used when Andrew manufactures these products. They are actually, they're packaged in recyclable bottles. The bottles are made out of recycled material. I mean, there is actually no better way to manufacture a product, a vitamin product, than the way Andrew Lessman does it, which is one of the things I think a lot of us really love about what you do. Along with making a great product for us, he does it with the highest possible standards, and it makes you feel that much better about supporting you and what you do for us.
Well, a company shouldn't assault the environment when they're going about doing their, you know, making whatever product they make. In fact, for probably a couple of decades, I wanted to be using what's called post-consumer resin, meaning that I was making my bottles from recycled bottles, but it wasn't available. We sort of had to push the market to make that take place. And for a while, we paid a premium. Now, post-consumer resin is still a little bit more expensive, but it's become quite competitive. Unfortunately, most companies don't use post-consumer resin. They use what's called virgin resin, which means that more petroleum has to be used to make the bottles. So we just try to do everything the way you would do it if you were making it at home, including this product. I often say that our vitamins are the equivalent of sort of home cooking, where we approach it just as you would. You make it differently when you do things for your family. And this is a product, turmeric, which turmeric is in its native form. If you take even the best extract of turmeric, it's very poorly absorbed. Turmeric is not something that even in its best standardized extract, meaning the highest levels of beneficial curcuminoids, not well absorbed. But how do they get all the benefits from turmeric then in Asia, in India especially? And especially when you think of normal turmeric spice is only 1% curcuminoids, and ours is 95%. So how do they get the benefits in India? Well, first of all, they use a lot of it. And second of all, they use it when they cook. And when you cook with turmeric, you complex their curcuminoids, the protective compounds, with fats. And when you do so, you enhance their absorption and their retention in the body. And that's exactly what we do here. It's sort of like our version of scientifically home cooking, that we took a page out of the sort of Indian cookbook, and our turmeric is complexed with a fat called phosphatidylcholine. It's a fat that we use in a separate product, PC. Phosphatidylcholine is the primary phospholipid in the brain, primary phospholipid in the liver. So it's a beneficial ingredient, and it also makes the turmeric almost 30 times more beneficial and absorbable.
Wow, I want to show you what the choices are, because we have, of course, special pricing for you tonight. It's a 30, a 60, a 120, or a 240 size. Here is where the pricing will be going after Andrew's visit, and here's where we are tonight. Again, flex pay on the 2 larger choices, and here is your savings. And it's the Turmeric 400. It really is a wonderful and remarkable product and ingredient. It's fun when you start taking these products. What happens to us, I'm sure this has happened to you because it's happened to me. I have more fun reading about all the different things I'm taking. I love reading about the ingredients that I'm taking. When I hear turmeric, my ears perk up, and I like to learn more because it makes you feel that much better, the health benefits, when you start taking some of these ingredients that we're not getting in abundance in our diet. You can get some in our diet, but not to the degree of what you're going to get in that one standardized capsule.
And then with turmeric, as if you look at the research, it just keeps expanding from benefits to the brain and liver detoxification. The reason most people reach for turmeric, I believe lately, is for its soothing benefits. That's why we spoke about it after we spoke about glucosamine and chondroitin for joints, because a lot of folks look to it for its soothing benefits to its joints. But again, turmeric is one of those compounds that it's not so simple to deliver it in a supplement. Unfortunately, in America, we really don't use it in abundance. Muriel tends to use it frequently in her cookbooks. In fact, now we sort of substitute turmeric for paprika, because neither has a really spicy flavor. They tend to be things that add a nice color to something when you put it on say the outside skin of chicken or something like that when she's cooking it at home. So turmeric is a fun thing to start adding to food. She adds it to soups when she makes an egg white frittata. You add turmeric to the egg white, it looks yellow. No one knows that it doesn't have egg yellow in it as well. So there's all sorts of things you could do cooking with it, and when you cook with it, you of course get to complex it with fat. You make the turmeric, the curcuminoids, more absorbable, but unfortunately, with turmeric spice that you get in a bottle, it's 1 to 3% beneficial compounds. Ours is 95% beneficial compounds, and then complexing it with fat ensures that you get the benefits. There's another system that also has science supporting its delivery of the curcuminoids from turmeric, and that's a system using black pepper, piperine, as a means of enhancing its absorption. I had a choice to go with either. I just felt that using the phospholipids, the fats, was a more natural way. It's the sort of the historical, traditional way it's been done to deliver the turmeric, because I'm not sure if the piperine, if it works by some irritating effect, or I'm not sure exactly how it enhances the absorption of the curcuminoids, but it's very straightforward with the fats, with the phospholipids. So that's what we chose, and that's where I think the best science of all is. And you have to ensure that there's some tool to enhance absorption, because unfortunately turmeric on its own, it might taste great as a spice, but it's not well absorbed.
Yeah, and that one ingredient, there's so many benefits to it. We have it at the most affordable price today. I mean, it's it's on a special price for you today. So please take advantage of it if you'd like us to send it home to you. The beauty of it, whether you're looking to detox your liver, whether you're looking to have your joints feel better, whatever your motivation is to try it, it's a powerful antioxidant that can make such a difference. We hope that you're ordering yours. Hey, by the way, do you know we're 10 minutes away from a new day and a new Today special? We're so excited to bring you the Ultimate Eye Support, one of Andrew's most exciting products, one of his most popular products, best value of the year on the Ultimate Eye Support. We'll be getting you all the details on that coming up in about 10 minutes. And then on top of that, we will be bundling it. If you'd like to get it with astaxanthin, we will be bundling it in 2 choices with astaxanthin too. So that's coming up shortly. But first of all, there are a couple more things we want to talk about. Cinnamon is on deck next as we talk about, it's interesting, we talk about turmeric and we talk about these ancient ingredients that have been used in many, many different cultures around the world for many centuries. And so it makes you think that our ancestors knew something before they even had the opportunity to do the kind of research they can do today to prove the kind of incredible health benefits you can get from some of these ingredients. Cinnamon is another one that a lot of us adore. A lot of us take this every single day. What we have for you are 4 sizes, including a 30. We have it in a 60, a 120, or a 240. It's a very affordable ingredient here, a very affordable supplement. So you can decide which size you want. The savings is right there for you, $20 off the largest one, flex pay on the largest choice as well. And it's 093534. This is another one. People love this product. It's a big customer pick out of a perfect 5-star review. Like 5 is perfect. This is a 4.7. Which is pretty great for a cinnamon supplement.
And it's another one of those products where you get to see the benefits. And it's a product that I've been asked for decades to create a product that could help to support healthy blood sugar metabolism, to support healthy insulin metabolism, but there was no specific ingredient with sufficient science or sufficient research. Certainly certain B vitamins are involved, certain trace minerals like chromium are involved. We could even talk about something like our ALA, our alpha lipoic acid. That's something that's also involved, but there was no specific ingredient until the science was published on cinnamon over the last decade or so. And cinnamon is something that, if you read the reviews, they're compelling in their unanimity, how unanimous they are. And this is not typical cinnamon spice. Certainly, it tastes like cinnamon, it smells like cinnamon, but just as we talked about turmeric before, that standard turmeric is 1%, turmeric spice is 1% concentration of curcuminoids. Our turmeric is 95%. So this, again, is standardized for something that you're not seeking or looking for in a standard cinnamon spice.
So it's not the same as putting a cinnamon stick in your coffee or in your hot chocolate. It's different because it is standardized. So you're getting, it's not like taking a cinnamon stick, crushing it up, and sticking it in a capsule.
It's derived from the same material, the same plant, cinnamon bark, but it's specifically standardized. Yeah, I was going to say we have a chart here. We standardize, we use 3 different materials standardized for type A polymers, for flavones, and then we have just a concentrate. And what we did is we looked at the time, the specific data on the various compounds contained in each of these standardized extracts to create the broadest cross-section of opportunity of benefit. So again, whoops, it's such a small capsule, it just went flying. So a small capsule, and I'll open that capsule. Again, ultra-fine powder. It will not upset your stomach. And that's the beautiful color of the cinnamon. And again, it tastes like cinnamon.
It smells wonderful.
It smells and tastes like cinnamon. Typical cinnamon spice will be more pungent than this, but again, this is not standardized for flavor. It's standardized for the specific benefits we seek in terms of supporting and promoting that healthy blood sugar metabolism. And I encourage you to read the reviews or even go and read some research and science online.
Absolutely, and 4.7 out of perfect 5. People really do adore this product. If you'd like to try it, we have great pricing across the board here. This is another one that a lot of us take every single day. It's a very soothing product. It is excellent for those of you that are trying to keep your blood sugar levels within the normal range. If that's something that is interesting to you, cinnamon is a natural way to be able to support that and those wonderful benefits. So the cool thing about it, of course, is that you're getting an all-natural product. You're getting something that's provided with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you can get it home, see how you like it, see how it works for you. Once people discover Andrew Lessman vitamins and his supplements, they don't want to buy another brand because they find that you get what you pay for, and especially in the world of vitamins. And if there's one thing you don't want to skimp on when you're buying your vitamins, you want to buy the best. You really do. I mean, if we're going to spend our money and take the time to take them every single day, we want to be sure we're getting the finest quality, the best ingredients, and that is what Andrew Lessman brings us on every single product he provides.
And when it comes to, we were talking about epidemics before, when it comes to managing our blood sugar in this country, it's sort of becoming epidemic proportions, principally because of the way we eat and our lifestyle and our body composition. You know, there are a lot of challenges that affect our body physiology. It's hard for our body to manage blood sugar when we're overweight or obese because of the relationship of insulin to our body fat. It's complex, but it's something that as our body composition has changed dramatically in the last few decades, so has our ability to manage blood sugar. So what I hope this product represents is not an excuse to do the wrong thing, but a reminder to do the right thing. And again, that's what I hope all of these products do, is it sort of spurs us on to making better decisions, to becoming more informed, to take control of our body, that we often take better care of our homes, our cars, than we take of our own place where we live. And we really are a resident in this body for as long a time as we get to be here, and that duration of that time, the quality of that time, is directly related to how well we choose to take care of it. And so none of these supplements are intended as a substitute for that responsibility. If anything, I hope they inspire us to be even more responsible, because responsibility and discipline aren't bad words when it comes to our health, because no one benefits more than we do and our loved ones. So cinnamon is one of those natural ways to go about supporting us in an area that it seems in our country now we need an awful lot of support.
Absolutely, and it's a natural way to do it. And that's the beauty, because a lot of people that deal with blood sugar issues, they have to go on some kind of a drug to get the support.
Right.
And this is not necessarily going to cure it, but I'll tell you what, it definitely makes a difference.
This is not intended to be a substitute for medical care or any of the medications, metformin or things like that your doctor might be recommending if you have type 2 diabetes. But it's like any of the natural steps that you might take in the proper direction, whether it's going to be losing weight, being more active, reducing your sugar intake, your carbohydrate intake, healthy fat, and making sure you start consuming healthy fats. Much better to consume those than sugar and carbs. So it's all part of a strategy of making the right decisions that enhance and promote our body's ability to regain control of managing blood sugar.
Okay, so there's two more things we have to squeeze in here before midnight. And we have a couple of minutes. Let's talk about them quickly. This is berberine. We don't often get to talk about this, but Andrew definitely wanted to include it in our variety hour. And
berberine, about a week ago, I was just reading some of the reviews that have come in on berberine. Berberine is a product that we haven't featured a lot. It's only probably about 3 or 4 years old. Cinnamon is probably about 6 or 7 years old. So berberine is a product that talk about the science and research in terms of promoting healthy blood sugar and healthy insulin metabolism, even healthy lipid metabolism in terms of cholesterol and things like that. Unlike cinnamon, which you take 1 or 2 capsules daily, berberine is something that you'll have to take 1 or 2 capsules with each meal to really embrace the science. But berberine, it's a close relative to turmeric. It's barberry root extract. So the barberry root is a close relative to turmeric root. So it's which is a close relative to ginger root. So it's interesting that all these plants share similar origins. So I was going to say similar roots. But so berberine is something that I encourage you to do more research on. The reviews have been rolling in, and the reviews are incredibly, incredibly positive as well.
Absolutely. So those are the choices, the graphics right here for you. So those are the different sizes we have. If you want to get the large one, go for it. So you can do the 60, the 180, 360, 720. Flex pay on the 2 larger sizes, by the way. So that's the berberine. And then there's one more we want to squeeze in here. We want to talk briefly about the alpha lipoic acid.
Yeah, I will talk about alpha lipoic acid. Perhaps we'll have the graphic on during the Ultimate Eye Support Today's Special at midnight. Because a lot of folks, alpha lipoic acid is one of those things, especially one of the things that challenges the health of our eyes is how well or not we manage our blood sugar. So alpha lipoic acid is one of those things that a lot of folks have relied on to help support their body when you have sort of that background existing condition of challenge management of blood sugar. A lot of folks have reached for alpha lipoic acid as sort of a supportive ingredient, along with chromium. Certain B vitamins. It's just something that has, for a long time, been viewed as a protective compound that you use under those circumstances.
There we go. So if you'd like to order it, this is the perfect time to do it there.
And this is a much higher level. We had a alpha-lipoic acid that was less than half the potency. So this is our highest potency alpha-lipoic acid at 400. As comparison, our high potency CoQ10 is 200. So this is 400 milligrams of alpha-lipoic acid, which is a universal antioxidant, and that's the reason it benefits our eyes. It can also naturally goes past the blood-brain barrier. It's both lipid soluble and lipid soluble and water soluble, so it goes into both kind of cellular environments as well.
Remarkable, and you will learn more about how to healthfully support your eyes coming up, because the Ultimate Eye is our today's special. But it's a great partner to it, isn't it? Just like the astaxanthin would be, the ALA is also something that would work hand in hand with the today's special coming up.
Yes, and in terms of Ultimate Eye, which will be coming up, our eyes are unfortunately the victim of some of the less ideal decisions we might make over the course of our lifetime. So the compounds we'll be talking about are really the compounds that our eyes use to protect themselves, kind of protect themselves from us. So we'll be talking about those in a moment.
There we go. Okay, so we're going to wrap this up for now. Do not hang up. If you're ordering yours, or stay on hsn.com. You can choose whatever size you'd like. But we are a few seconds away from a new day, so it's time to talk about our exciting Ultimate Eye Support once a year. It's our best value of the day, so take a look right now at our brand new Today's Special. Okay, here we go. It's time to talk about the Ultimate Eye Support, a favorite of many, a product that once you start taking it, you do not want to be without it. And the best part is we are about to share with you the absolute finest value we ever offer on this product. It happens one time a year. It is unequivocally the best buy. There's a couple different ways you can order this. You can order just the Ultimate Eye Support, or if you want to also take astaxanthin